Hi, my name is Tom and I am diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, or DMD for short. DMD is a genetic disease where my muscles are missing the dystrophin protein, causing progressive muscle weakness. I'm here to talk about my experience with DMD and also my psychological experience and development. Let's rewind time by a couple decades to when I'm about 3 years old. Oh, there's cute little old me. I don't really remember much, but I do remember falling down a lot. I was sure clumsy back then, but it was until a couple years later that I learned that I was special compared to the other kids. It became harder for me to pick myself up when I fell. Then my parents told me that I have DMD. At first I thought this meant that I had superpowers or something, and I got really excited. But then they told me that my muscles are going to get weaker and weaker, and I won't be able to walk or move my arms in the future. They tried to reassure me that everything was going to be okay, but all I could hear were my thoughts saying, does this mean I can't become an astronaut? I can't play with my friends anymore? This is not the superpower that I want. In addition, I had dyslexia, which means I have trouble reading. I wasn't able to keep up physically or academically with my peers because of my disorder. Every time I fell, I always say that I'm okay and put on a fake smile because it's a constant reminder that I'm going to fall more and more often until I can't fall anymore because I can't pick myself back up. My friends and family help me temporarily forget that I'm weak and make me really happy, and that motivated me to keep trying my best for a while. Things started to escalate when I became a teenager and went through puberty with all these hormonal changes. To make things worse, my doctor put me on glucocorticoids, which exacerbated my emotional issues because of the increased hormonal interactions. I blamed all my problems on the people around me. I tried to keep myself under control and calm myself down, but I got progressively more angry and aggressive. I lay down in bed and wonder, why me? And are things going to get better? Should I stop trying? Every night. I knew my mind wasn't right, but I just can't stop thinking those thoughts. That was when my parents took me to a therapist. Therapy helped, but I wish the therapist knew exactly what I was going through. The sessions would have felt more authentic that way. High school came around and I lost my ability to walk. It was very encouraging how my friends and family treated me the same and looked out for me even when I was confined to a wheelchair. They even sometimes made me forget that I was in a wheelchair. This is around the time I really started to know more about DMD. I tried before, but it was difficult at a young age. Now I know about the cause and symptoms of DMD as well as the life expectancy. I was still a little depressed when I heard about this, but I won't make the same mistakes I made when I was a teenager, and will turn this knowledge into an opportunity for me to help others with DMD in any way I can. I asked my parents what I can do, and they told me about clinical trials. This sparked my interest in helping others like me. I enrolled in a clinical trial, and I was really nervous at first because of the possible side effects, and the treatment possibly not working for me. But I kept reminding myself that this is to help other people like me. For my first clinical trial, I had to take a drug called Carmesial MD that was supposed to help my heart, lungs, and muscles. I had to inject this drug just beneath my skin daily for a year. It was extremely hard to keep up with, as there were some days such as the holidays or vacation where I didn't want to be reminded of my debilitating condition and participation in this trial. I set up an alarm for my daily dose every day, and kept up with it, motivated by the ultimate goal of discovering new treatments. I had to deal with some appetite and tiredness issues because of the drug. There were even days I wanted to skip a dose, but I reminded myself that the patient data had to be as accurate as possible. A few more years passed by, and here I am about to graduate from college. During my time in college, I developed a DMD emotional support hotline of sorts to give direct counseling for DMD patients and close relatives of DMD patients, like parents, something I wish I had when I was going through the really tough parts of my life. I have different individuals with DMD who I had the pleasure of meeting over the past years, be available on call for people who need emotional support for DMD. We have shifts throughout the entirety of the day and the week, and I probably contribute the most because of the immense satisfaction I receive from it. I've mentored parents on how to inform their child with DMD about the disease and its prognosis. I've helped DMD patients get through the hard phases of DMD diagnosis by getting them to accept themselves for who they are, encourage them to live their lives to the fullest, and also that there is hope for a possible cure in the future. I see patients go through the same stages of grief that I went through, and I'm glad to be a source of guidance and inspiration that I wish I had more of when I was younger. I hope to continue to educate DMD youth patients about their condition and let them know that their life has significant meaning. Through this work I do reaching out to other individuals with DMD and contributing to scientific progress by enrolling in clinical trials, I finally feel like my life has a purpose, and it's something that I've worked for myself. I'm happy with my life, and I believe I can touch many other lives in the short time that I may have. A short life well spent making an impact on others is more meaningful than a long life spent carelessly. I hope I've helped you understand the human experience of DMD through my story. Thanks for listening.